All right, guys, welcome back. We have a door off track. Offered customer all new. Customer declined because he's going to be re-siding and redesigning the garage, adding different stuff to it. He wants to do it later, but right now needs his door working. We're going to do the rollers, cables, and the cracked hinge. And more than likely, the reason this is all happening, we're going to upgrade to a gauge hinge, keep the cost low per customer request, have to do the cables. This is an easy set torsion system, proprietary to Menards by Ideal Garage Doors. Now you get to watch just how this is done. Try to get you in a good position where you can see everything. I'll try to keep the noise down. And then we have to put a hinge and roller in. We have to stabilize the door. That's the first thing. New hinge, new roller. The microphone right by me because it's loud. Gauge on this one. Is much thicker. Nylon wheel. The gauge on this hinge is much thicker with a nylon wheel. Didn't eat my Wheaties this morning. Just a temporary repair for now, so we can get it down safely. Change this roller out. We can do the old bend it in trick. Boom. That's called experience. Didn't have to take nothing off. Okay, now it's at least on, but it won't go down because the cable is wrapped on the drum. Section's damaged. Didn't even see that till now. I told the customer that. If need be, we'll add a support strut and add money to the bill. I offered them all new opener and door. Everything would be new. This much money. I don't know. Okay. I gave the warning. You made a wise decision. I did my job. And that way I cover all aspects. I can fix it. I can replace it. Which option do you want? Otherwise, they might say something like, you never even offered it. I would have did that had I known. And two, that comes from time and experience. Not doing it, learning the hard way. That's facts. Don't even care to disclose that. But I'll say this. Only happened once. And what's the old motto? We all learn from our mistakes. I only had to make one mistake. And that was a customer, my door broke again. Well, you need a new one. Well, the guy didn't say that. I would have did it if he said that. It's like, oh no. Take your vice grips, clamp it, because we are about to cut the cables. So make sure you have a pair or two, or three, or four. Clamp it so it can't just cruise down to the ground, because we are, well, that's just, yeah, you know what I could do? Now that I'm thinking it through, we could just reach around and maybe just unwind that spring with the winding box, because that's what, it has a winding box. Otherwise, maybe I would, because you can't get up there right now and unwind that with your bars. But you certainly could put a drill on here and unwind the spring. That way it doesn't get damaged. All right, spring tension is off. So the cable is wrapped up on the bar up here. Well, on the drum anyway. Yep, it jumped over the drum. So it's got to come off. There you go, it's off. The cable's done. And they're rusty. That's why they're coming off too. Because he's not even close to ready to do siding and roofing. They might be changing the color. Yeah, it needs it too. So no hate on that. We are here to help. What are your needs? What do you want? You are the customer. For this job, you need an Allen key for the drums. These cables out of here. They're also splintering. I just got poked. Some would say, "Where's your goddamn gloves?" I would say, "In my bag or on the floor." And that's how I roll. Not too many more men in the country. Sad as it is to say. Oh yeah, so this drum has been rubbing. That's one of the problems. It's shaving the goddamn aluminum off. So, I mean, I told him, this is the worst spring system. I told him in 2019, matter of fact. That's a fact. 2019, I was here. And I told him, you need a conversion kit or little spring tension left. Knock that out of the holder. And the cable. Take it off the drum. This, oh man, this drum's almost gone. Oh, maybe that's why. Why is it rubbing so bad? This is a doozy caker. Now here's where the magic happens. This is why earlier I said you best have a few pair of vice grips because we're going to do a thing called walking. I taught myself. Nobody taught me. So I don't want to hear it. Someone says, oh, that's not traditional, or I've never seen that before. Yeah, because I made it up. Pop the top, let it down. Go below this one. Make sure this is tight as well, just so you know. This has to be like hard to clamp. Then you go about 4 inches of the cracker here. You can stay on this side and do it again. Never go under the door with your head because the vice grips could fail. But you know. Here we go. Now we're getting dead weight. We're straightening out. Here's where the magic starts to happen, y'all. The door is going to get heavier and heavier. And it's pushed over there. I don't know why. Should be fairly straight. There we go. Now it's straightened out. I could just pop both of these and muscle it down because I'm like that. Matter of fact, let's show you guys how men do shit on YouTube. Oh no. Ready? One vice grip. Once this is off, we have dead weight. So now what do? Oh no. Walk to the middle. Do a squat. Lock it in with your legs. Boom. Ooh, that's how we do it around here. Now, man, oh man, his hinges. are thin. The plate's barely hanging on. This is horrible. Really, you need a torsion conversion, like I told you. Why was that drum rubbing on there? All right. Back to work. You know what? Let's get, all right, so here we go. We got to fix this hinge because this was not placed correctly. See that? Well, you didn't see it, but what happened was the door fell closer together. Once I released the hinge pressure, now we're more lined up. Sorry if it's loud in the microphone, I apologize. This hinge is cracked and ready to fail. Either way, I gotta do this way. Top hinges have to come off in order to change them. Regardless, well, not necessarily, because you saw me do it on the back track on the other side. So you can do it pretty much 3 different ways. Take the hinges off, 3, 4. Take the hinges off, put them on, open the track, walk it down, put them on, do it above your head. 3, 4 different ways. All depends on how fast you want to be, how much you're in a hurry, or what you know. So, all right. Let's see. Cables. Get a flathead screwdriver. A pair of 7-foot cables for a 7-foot door. Should say 8'6" if you make your own. Make sure it's 1.5 feet more than the door height. So whatever your door height, plus 1.5 feet. So here, I'll show you. 7-foot cable should say 8'6". See? 7-foot torsion cable, but it's actually 8'6". Why, Mr. Thomas? Well, that's because we need wrapping room and height above the door. If it's just 7 foot, it'll be the exact height of the door. Then what? Take your flathead, walk it on your peg. Bottom bracket is your lifting bracket. Put it behind the rollers, walk it up. Behind the rollers, in between the vertical track. Maybe put it in one of the barrels. If it doesn't hold, put it in between the top bracket. Opening, and that will hold it there. So now we're going to put on the right cable. If you don't have enough room, stick your screwdriver in and pry the door to the left. Now, I have plenty of working room. Use the screwdriver, pop that cable on, and do what with it? What are we doing with it? Walking it up behind the rollers, in between the door and the track. There you go. Take a quick measurement. Can you explain what that means, Mr. Thomas? Yes, I can. From the horizontal radius, vertical track split. Take a measuring tool, whatever you have, go to the first roller, mark it. You could use a tape measure. I don't do it. I don't do that. I've been doing this long enough to where, yeah, exactly. Okay, so this track has to go up. That also could have been the issue. It's called doing your due diligence. The garage may have settled. It's been cold. It's been hot. Last 2 days are thawing in Wisconsin. Yeah, and that just sat down better too, so that's fine. Here we go. Up, 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 up. Right there. Pin it down. And now the track is even with the other side. Straighten that out. That's your flag bracket. That's the whole reason that's rubbing, I bet. Make sure you get all the debris in your eyes. All right, trying to straighten this out. Seems to not be cooperating so well. Why is it doing that? All right. Take your Allen key. Release the drum. Drum, drum, drum. Because we got to reset the cables, right? There's 2 of them on this drum. One in the front, one in the back. So now this drum is spinning freely. Do not forget to take the set screws off, because you cannot do anything right now with these set down to the bar. You'll be fighting the spring, trying to set the cables. This is the same spring as my last video, brown left-handed. Not broken, but I warned them. I also warned them I could do all this work and this could break again. Or not again, but this, during the winding up of the spring again and resetting process, it could potentially break. I said, if that happens, I'll have to come back. All right, here we go. Make sure the drum is not rubbing. Maybe try to find out why. Yeah, that's why. Oh my gosh. There's no, well, there's one. And it's on an angle. Look at that. You can't see. It was way over like this. And I just straightened it. Holy moly. I wonder why it's off track. There's really nothing here holding this thing. Now there is. And it's a red tip. So it says danger. Do not, basically it's what it means. Yeah. Now, things are more copacetic here. Oh, look at that. Not even close to rubbing. Why is that turning? Should not be turning with me. Oh, I know. We're going to have to loosen this too with your Allen key. Turn it over to the back side. There it goes. All right, now. There you go, fresh meat. So now, get one of the set screws close. Right when it touches the bar, back it off. And hit the other one, getting the drum far to the right, because it was rubbing itself to death on the left side, wearing the drum down on the cable guides. And it's sharp right now. If this slips out of my hands, I'm going to get cut. So, see that jump there? Or you heard it. That means the spring is trying to come with me when I go round and round, which isn't good. That was the fighting thing I was talking about earlier. All right, set your cable in there, hook it in, wind it. There you go. See that jump? You heard it at least. Keep going though. Just fight through it. Yeah, the spring is fighting me. There you go. It let loose. It let loose. Cable is tight. We cannot use winding bars, unfortunately, to hold the tension. Oh boy. Crap. My vice grip is not set. It's set to the track we were doing. All right, while that vice grip holds that, I'm going to get another one. Set it to the bar, tight. Then I'm going to hold that, pop this one, use this one to hold the tension to set the big one. There. You hear that? That's guitar stuff. That's what we call strum tight. All right, let's take this step guy over here. Get this all figured out of here. Put this bearing plate back together. You know what? I'm gonna move that screw. Right here on the bottom, like the other side. Just because I don't want it to interfere at all. All right, this goes a certain way. If it's not right, it will not go in. Make sure your bearing is sitting in this plastic correctly and evenly, not on an angle. The drum has to be in too. Line up the back, rotate the front down. Boom. We are seated. Take your hammer, your drill. Make sure we are down. All right. Let's L our cable with our light needle nose pliers. Put a little 7 or an L, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. We don't care. Call it what you want to. Seated in the catch. Oh, before you do that, rotate. This is where I was going to say this over there. Get your set screws to the bar. As soon as you feel it touch the bar, right there, back it off a quarter turn. Still spins freely. All right, a little more. There. Why am I doing that? Well, because then if I press this set screw in, that set screw will seat too until I can get back to it. After you wind it up and rotate it, that's when you do the other one. Because 9 times out of 10, the other one's in the back and you can't get it. All right, not rubbing. Now I can take my Allen key and pull down. I'm pulling, setting tension on the cable right now, while holding and turning. And then the vice grips will hold this one until I wind the spring. And if you ever need leverage, take a wrench, hook it on your Allen key, and crank away, baby. Just can't reach. There it is. Oh, that was a good one. For now, it'll hold. Okay, now, do not forget to anchor your set screws. Just do it. Turn them tight by hand until they touch the bar. Take your 7/16 12 point and just set it. And forget it. Again, I told this guy he needs more stuff. Support struts, and he's probably going to need one on the bottom here. Yep, we're probably going to be going there in about a minute or two. Okay, you're not supposed to use an impact, but I'm trapped in here. There's no way out. He's got a fence. So here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we check it. Also, my vice grip's off the wall. Also, the opener's engaged. No, it ain't. That is. Oh boy. Keeps engaging. There we go. A couple more winds here. About 9 or 10. That's why you don't use an impact. Because it doesn't, it's just not right. But we've been doing this a long time. Things stop mattering. Job done matters. All right, cover your ears, folks. Just bend this straight. What the hell is it caught on? Cables are good. Wants to go up. I think it's the opener. It's gotta be this. Yeah. Oh, and it's still heavy. There. Now we'll try it. There. Oh yeah. Told him I'd fix this too. It's a retainer. I think the car got caught on it. That's what I think. He's just not telling me. That bottom panel is damaged. Retainer is destroyed. Yeah, that's an indicator. Something hooked right here. You can see the scratch mark, the damage. Why isn't it? Oh. Okay, let's get these rollers in, guys. Grease, oil, spray, lube, and then we are on to the next one. Grab all your rollers, get rid of some weight. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hammer and pry bar. Open the track, the vertical track. Hook and claw, pry out, throw on the ground. Bring down. I got to take this one out. That's bent. I didn't even see. It's like I couldn't see the bend. Oh. Well, that's not going to work now. Maybe that's why my knee's here. F to the Y. Oh, wow. That's never happened. Whoa. Probably should put that roller back in. Quick, like, fast, in a hurry. All right, we'll just set this down. Well, this sucks. This never happened because there's nothing holding it. There's no wall back there. All right. Now we just need to be careful. This is where your experience should come in. You can do this. You pay professional. Never panic. That's the first thing you want to do. Know your training. Otherwise, we will be back to square one with a door off track, folks. I'll tell you, that got pretty hairy, even for 9 years. Cover your ears. Done. Now, probably don't recommend doing that again. So, you have to do the bottom one. Open the track. Claw the roller out, throw it behind you, put it in, put it back, pop it in, close the track. Understand that you got that one done already, and the top, so really you only need two. What's that noise? Oh, shit. My bearing came out. That's what I'm talking about. No bueno. No reason for it. Not really sure why it's happening. By taking the hinges off, it takes more time, but gets the job done without losing control. All right, now I gotta get this up. So annoying. That releases the spring tension as much as possible, so I can reseat that bearing that slipped out, which I don't know why it did. Maybe when I was lifting and losing control of the door over here. So kind of need a really good angle here. Everything seems to be looking really good so far. Oh yeah. Oh, because it's nylon. Maybe I can get a screw in there, keep it from coming out. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to. No way in hog heaven. Nope. Didn't want to, but there's a chance I need more spring tension. There it is. I know it's a long video, but you have to be learning quite a bit, I'm sure of it. There it is. That's what I've been looking for. We're done. Get some spray, man. It's in the back of the truck. Right here? Yeah, right there. Cool, thanks. You're welcome. Anything for you, dude. Spray the bottom plates where the new cables are. Keep them from rusting. Spray the spring while it's up, so when you wind it, the grease goes into the spring. You want to spray your springs because I mean, hello, it's a spring. You wind it up, it lifts your door, you unwind it, you wind it up, you unwind it. It rubs together with friction a lot. So there we go. Customer will be pleased with that, I'm sure. And then this guide, I would say center bearing plate, but it's not. There's no bearing, it's just a guide plate. You can look at that. You can even lift it out of there. Spray that heavily, generously. Spray the spring, trolley, chain and rail. Go crazy. I don't care. It's old. This guy, last time we were here was 2019. So my guess is probably won't hear from him. But whatever. You do you, buddy. Don't trip and fall on any parts you put on the ground. That's happened to me one time. Hurt my tailbone. So that's it. That's all I got for him. That's all I can do. Here we go. All right, so the spring is telling the opener it's too much tension, because when the opener closes, oh wait, it could be the sensors. Oh yeah, it's the sensors. I bumped the sensor. Old ass sensors. That's what it was. So one of two things. It could be the spring tension, because when your opener pushes the door, it's winding the spring so it can lift it again. So the wear out on the opener happens both ways. Pushes really hard to close a spring, and then if the spring's too hot, it wants to force it open faster than it can go open on the speed ratio, the gear ratio, the speed control. So there's times I heard openers go both ways. I was being forced back, and the door's so heavy, I was being pulled down faster than I could go down. So, but it's not that, it was the sensors. That's a complete chaos, but it's fixed. I did my job. My profession is repairing and installing garage doors. I want you to comment down below what's yours. Link your YouTube, and I will subscribe and follow you if you do the same for me. Hit that like button. We're going to start a garage door channel. You can start at the beginning with me. Let's do it.